I'm owner and founder of the company called Wachaufindustries. We will make interview with the master growers in different countries. We will make interview with the investors and also with the suppliers and the manufacturers, with the equipment manufacturers of the cannabis industry. My intention with this YouTube channel is to share different opinions, share the professionals what are working and very passionate living in the cannabis industry. They would like to share their opinion. They would like to answer the questions about the cannabis industry's challenges. And beside on that, I would like to give these different opinions and make the cannabis supply chain more knowledgeable. Today's guest is Pablo Varo Carpio. He is master grower from Spain. Would you please present yourself and talk to the audience? What did you do before? Something about you.
Okay, well, my name is Pablo Varo Carpio. I'm from the south of Spain, from a little town in the shore of Granada. I started studying civil engineering at the University of Cordoba. I have been growing cannabis since I was 18 years old. So I decided to combine my experience with cannabis and my knowledge about agriculture to become a master grower. That's why during the last year I have been working here in Switzerland. I moved here to be a master grower for different companies. Yeah.
Thank you very much. What did you do exactly? What was your job in Switzerland? Did you work with an existing company, or you have to be the key person of the development project process?
Well, it wasn't a startup company. So at the beginning, it was a very small team, the CEO and the sales manager, and me. Also the architecture, because at the beginning they had a really nice building, but really they don't have any clue how to design the production and everything. So that was part of my job. Finally, I was in charge of the production of an indoor cannabis facility here in Switzerland, working under GMP and GDP and JCP standards, producing flowers of cannabis and extracts, focus on the pharmaceutical industry.
The very important question. We know very well that you are passionate about the agriculture, you are passionate about the engineering, but why cannabis? What was the main reason, your motivation?
So I always have been curious about cannabis. So because I have seen people around me using it like medicines since I was a child. So I get really impressed. Also, people using it just for fun. But I always get amazed by this, no? How flexible can be this plant? It can be used for so many different purposes. So yeah, I think this is one of my biggest motivation.
You came out from the hospital. You were full of energy and also passion. What was your biggest challenge in the real life? Came out, you had idea, and boom, you met with the reality. What was that?
Yeah, I think it could be using what I have learned during my studies in real life, finally. No? Because sometimes when you learn something theoretically and on the paper, everything seems quite easy. But when you have to, for example, design a cannabis facility and you don't know where to start, yeah, you have to remember everything you have learned, organize it all, the information, use it properly in your work. So, yeah, finally, this is the biggest challenge to properly use what you already know.
What would be if tomorrow is coming a investor putting the money on the table and say, Pablo, what would be your dream factory? What we could build and why?
My dream would be a type of production in which the expenditure of energy, water, and resources will be reduced to a minimum. Yeah, we will need to create high quality, sustainable, and environmentally responsible products. So this usually implies a larger investment, but also a reduction in maintenance cost over time. So I am also very interested in the topic of automation. I think it would be part of the future in this industry.
It's very interesting. When I visited a lot of cannabis farms, I asked the master grower, "What do you think?" We were in the propagation, and what do you think how it's going? And he looked at the plants and say, "It looks good." And say, "Yeah, but do you know exactly what is it?" He said, "No, but it looks good." It say, "Okay, so that's why the control needs because you have to produce each time the same product, right?"
Yeah, right. Exactly.
What would be your tricks? What you did? What did you do during the real life? The tricks. What it was not. It was still legal, but you had to thinking out of the box because
Yeah.
otherwise no solution.
Well, it's difficult to I don't know to say tricks. I don't know if I have really tricks. But I think there are three very useful topics. Yeah, could be tricks. It would be, yeah, to know the needs of your clients and to develop a production that fulfills them. No, finally, you have to fit with your client if you want to work with them. This would be something really important. Choose the appropriate cultivation system according to the characteristics of the space where the production is located, such as the dimensions of the cultivation, the space, or if you have available energy or water resources, their cost. All this information, it would be really important to make it everything easy. It's not going to be easy to get all this information, but for sure it will make everything easier during the process of the construction and the development of the project. Yeah, in addition, I would say having a good team of workers and suppliers to advise, design, and develop the project.
Yeah. What do you want to suggest to your the young generation master growers that just came out from the university? What they have to be careful with, or they have to focus on?
Well, yeah, nowadays things are changing, so I guess that they will have new opportunities than more than I know for sure, more than I have. But basically, my advice would be to be trained.
Okay.
They should be trained theoretically in agriculture. At the same time, they while they practicing cultivation on their own, you should get theoretical knowledge. At the same time, you practice all this knowledge you are getting, because then you will have a much better knowledge. You get
Okay.
the theoretical part and the practical part, and when you mix them together, then you have a much better, clear view of all the processes. So
Mhm.
a better, clear view.
Do you think the university, when you are finished with the university, they gave you enough knowledge, enough practical experience to be able to be a project leader, a cannabis manufacturer platform?
I don't think so, because, like I said, you have a lot of theoretical knowledge, but you need to know how to apply this in the real life, and that's the most important part of the job, no?
Yeah, of course. But if
So,
you don't get a technical experience or real life experience during the years when you're studying the university, so it's a very big risk. You have a lot of knowledge here, But technically, when you are on the field, you have the situation where you have to solve the problem, right? If you're not capable to do that and you didn't practice that before, you have a problem, right?
Yeah, that's why. That's why it's always good to start from the bottom and learn everything. Is going to affect your work. And yeah.
I have around 15 years experience on the market as a manufacturer side. Uh, you are on the manufacturer in the cannabis product. I am the manufacturer of the equipment what you are using in the manufacture platform. What is missing in the supply chain? Because we always talk each other, and I gave you advice as a professional manufacturer. But I think we are missing in the supply chain the local distributor because we need the local distributors in different countries. What do you think? What is missing in the supply chain?
The supply chain, I think, is missing. The most important thing is missing in the supply chain, I think, is education. Because finally, I require certain things from your side, no, from the production, from the manufacturer. But everybody in the middle should know about it. The thing is, many of them, they act like just like resellers, and they really don't know how to advise the clients. So education, I think, is something really important, and something is missing in this chain. I mean, this supply chain.
Yes, it's true because I think we have two different type of customer, right? Distributors could be a potential distributor for you as can supply you and give you added value. This is one as professional, they have a professionality in the agriculture, and another one as they have a professionality in the clean room area, right? But the clean room area professional, they don't know nothing about the agriculture, the cannabis, and the agriculture distributors, they don't know nothing about the GMP. So that's why we have to teach them about these parts, and when they meet with the end user as you, they can give added value. So that's we are working on it. And I think that one of the most important thing, the investor is making a risk. They are putting the money on the table, and we have to fulfill the investor's expectation. If you had to teach the investor, what would be the first, not just first, the first 3-4 points, what they have to understand before they invest the cannabis industry?
Well, I think it's really important. They should know that in addition to being a good business, no, the cannabis industry is a really good business due to the high profitability it already produces, and that the investment is quickly amortized, and the profits are high.
Yeah.
They will be contributing to the well-being of the people who use these products, because regardless of whether customers consume, if for medical or leisure reasons, they will get benefits, healing benefits, no, they will feel better physically or mentally, so it's a good business because of this, of the high good profitability of the business, and also what you do for your clients is something, is a well-being for the people.
Did you have some discrepancies what the investor came to you and he gave you some, how can I say, his expectations, and it was unreal or unrealistic?
I think it's something pretty common. It's something it happens usually.
Yeah.
I can understand when people do an investment, normally they do this investment because they want a profit, and for sure it's normal, and every business should be profitable. But in this business, you should know that when you double something, it doesn't mean you are going to double if you double the investment, you are not going to double the the profit that you get from this, no?
Exactly.
So that's why you should be how to say, or educated, or you have to have someone next to you advising and telling you how is this, because then you won't do something right. You will commit several errors, and I don't know, it depends of the project. This can be the end of the project, or yeah, it takes more time to develop.
Pablo, I'm very happy we could spend this half an hour together, and I wish you good luck in 2021 too, and also a very successful master grower career in the cannabis industry.
Thank
Okay,
you. I hope you have a really nice 2021 too, and a really nice year for the cannabis industry.
thank you very much. Thank you, Pablo. Bye bye.
Welcome. Bye.